Welcome to On the Set. I'm Jeannie Marie D'Amico, but you can just call me Jeannie. Today we have an incredible show about something that I'm sure you've always considered and always wanted. Today we have the Mad Tatter. You say tattoo, we say tats. Welcome, Kimara Murray, the Mad Tatter. How are you today?
I'm great, Jeannie. Thank you for having me.
What an incredible, inspiring project and business you have. Can you tell us a little bit about how you started?
Yeah, I started in tattoos about 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, and originally I was in the tanning business. I had done that for 4 or 5 years, and we had introduced airbrush tanning into our area, and we're the only ones offering it for a while. These distributors for tattoo companies will call tanning salons, hair salons, and things like that to distribute and market their products. I got a call within the first 3 weeks of opening my tanning business and didn't go with this. I went with the airbrush tanning, and it was great. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's a very interesting business. But towards the tail end of my tanning career, I did get another call from the same company. They talked to me a little bit about the airbrush tattoos, actually convinced me to take a show before I had even purchased the set up, which I did do, and had a successful event. So I decided to go ahead and try the tattoos, and it's been great since.
What do you like? You like it better, obviously. What is the reason that you like it better?
I like tattoos because airbrush tattoos, number one, are painless.
Well, so isn't the airbrush tanning?
Airbrush tanning is painless. True, that's true. I think that I like the customer base a little bit better. I'm a little bit more comfortable with the customer base. We work with kids primarily, and kids are what I'm passionate about. I'm really passionate about being around children and making children smile and sharing their moments. So this was a perfect opportunity to meld some different skill sets that I already had with what I'm passionate about in life, which is having fun with children. And
it gives them a memory of the day, too, because it's on them, because it lasts for quite some time, doesn't it?
It can last up to 2 weeks. Typically, they'll last between 5 and 10 days. But they can last up to 2 weeks if someone wants to take care of them well, and there's some things that they can do to do that. So yeah, they are fairly long-lasting.
And I know a lot of people have considered having tattoos that are injected, the ink is injected in your skin, but they don't for many different reasons, whether it's religion or cost, or they're afraid, or different things, and it's permanent too.
Sure.
And you might want to take it off and remove it, and that can be damaging to your skin and painful and expensive. This way, you get to have variety like every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
right?
we think this is the best way to go. Of course, we would, but it's really almost a fashion accessory at this point. You see women utilizing all kinds of things these days: flowers, feathers in their hair. They're doing small wraps. Actually, you have,
oh my gosh,
one right there.
I have a wrap.
Yep,
and I even have a feather.
Yeah.
You found me out.
Well, see, the nice thing about that is you can take that out and change the coloring or change the style anytime you want to. And that's what really fits with the tattoos as well. You get to pick from an array of designs. We can offer them in all black, sort of a traditional base color, or full colors. And people really like that. They can choose what they want. So we feel it's a better option because you get to take it off. You're not stuck with something that you don't like. You can wear it on a specific night if you need something that goes with the event that you're going to be attending, or...
Don't a lot of men also do that? Or, I mean, there's a certain age bracket that might not think it's, the coolest thing, but then they realize, I don't want to get a real tattoo, and then they come see you?
Yeah,
when they're going out?
We do get that to some degree. I would say it's far more women than men that take advantage of this. And I think that's probably caught up in male masculinity, and it's not a real tattoo, so to speak. But we do get a lot of men who want to do it for specific things. Like we have some bodybuilders that will come by, and for their show they want to put on tattoos to kind of highlight themselves. We also have individuals if they're attending a party or things like that. So we do get men that are into this, just not as much as the women have been. And there is that age bracket between probably 17 to 29 or 30 where it's just not so cool to wear an airbrush tattoo. Before that and after that, people are more relaxed about it and they enjoy it.
Speaking of what's cool, what do you think, as far as the history goes, is there a trend right now of where you're placing the body art tattoos?
There are some trends that follow along with actual real tattoo placement. One of the things that's really been very popular with young girls is on the back, which is
the lower back.
The lower back, which is an area that's really popular with women, and you call that a stamp. And that's been very, very popular with young girls. This is the kind of thing where, you know, young people are seeing their parents or people that they look up to with tattoos and with these different designs. So of course they want them. They want to be like their parents or like whoever. And you see a trend in the U.S. and maybe in the world of tattoos, just sort of a revival of tattoos. They've become a huge industry in our country and have been legalized in a lot of areas that traditionally were not. It wasn't legal to put tattoos on, like Massachusetts. And you've just seen an incredible abundance of people getting tattoos and really into the whole lifestyle of that. So it's really helped our business. We're sort of the lighter side of that, and we think that that can work for a lot of individuals. Many people just don't know that there's an option out there that they can take advantage of.
So people come to you in certain locations, or do you go to them?
We do both, actually. We have a location in Faneuil Hall in Boston.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
wow,
great.
it must be so busy there.
It is. It's very, very busy. We've been there for about 6 years now.
Wow.
And we love it. Yeah, we love it. And we've built quite a name there, and we have a lot of regular customers that see us year after year. And some of the parents tell us we are the highlight of their trip. You know, the kids talk about it, for weeks before and for weeks after, just to come into the tattoo booth. So it's really exciting to be able to be in that kind of a position in entertaining people. And
would you like to demonstrate right now on some of our audience?
sure,
That would be really good, and then you can explain it, we can see it. You know what? We're all visual. We're all visual, and that's the beauty about the airbrush tattoos, and that's the beauty about watching a demonstration here, too. So we'll be right back.
Great.
Ready, we're on.
So Kimara, show us your stuff.
So the airbrush tattoo, when it goes on, it actually is reminiscent of a real tattoo in that we use a kind of tool like this. A lot of other temporary tattoos might be stick-ons, things you might get out of the supermarket. So this is a little bit more sophisticated, and it gives the kids a sense that they're really getting something that is not real but close to real. The ink itself is a completely safe ink. It's actually safer than peanut butter. It's been FDA approved. It's hypoallergenic and non-toxic. It's the only ink that we'll use, and it comes in any color that you might like. We can even mix colors, for example, red and white, to come up with pink, and I can do that right in the machine.
And this is FDA approved, and when you say safer than peanut butter, a lot of people have allergies to peanuts, and not to
Correct, yeah. There's a lot of individuals that, another form of temporary tattoo is henna. It's very popular, and we like henna a lot because it lasts a long time. However, there are some drawbacks. Henna's got a chemical component to it, and it can have some reactions to the skin, that aren't.
But here
so
you can create the color of henna, because show us your gun here. It's like one of those pens that I remember growing up with that you could, click and change the color.
Yeah, that's true. It's really a breakthrough invention. They call this a power palette, and this is the dial for the power palette. And you're right, it's a breakthrough invention. All your colors are right here, and by mixing let's say going between red and blue, obviously I get purple and green and any of your other peripheral colors. So it's really a nice machine and different than a lot of the other ones that are on the market.
You know what's nice is you can have conversation with kids when you're tattooing them and say, well, what color makes when they ask for color that's not on here?
Yeah.
So test them a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And have a conversation.
Sure.
So how do you like that?
It's awesome, thank you.
You're very welcome.
That is beautiful.
Looks good. Looks good.
Beautiful.
Okay, let's have our next one. What I'm trying to do now is show everyone how quick these tattoos can be. Come a little bit forward if you could, hon. Thank you. Now, we do set up at a lot of festivals. We do a lot of larger events where they'll have different types of entertainment. And one of the things that we market about tattoos, or airbrush tattoos, is that it works so much faster than a lot of the traditional forms of entertainment. So when you're thinking about your face painting or you're thinking about some other things along that line, generally they can take some minutes to apply, where an airbrush tattoo usually is completed in under a minute, and oftentimes doesn't take more than 2 minutes maximum. And like you say, we can use any color that we desire. They can pick any color, and it's really easy to apply those colors. Just like so.
So people put tattoos on for different reasons. Some are thinking about their mothers, right? And what other reasons?
That's true, yeah. People put them on for many different reasons. Some for celebration, some for, in fact, mourning, if they're mourning, you know, sickness or death of a loved one, something memorable to put on themselves.
For me, I like sexy tattoos.
You like sexy tattoos, right.
But
Well,
I've seen funny ones too.
absolutely, absolutely. Actually, we have a large portion of people that come to our cart purely to entertain somebody else. So they're going to put a tattoo on to fool their parents or something like that, and they have a lot of fun with that. But yeah, you're right. I mean, we've done events in nightclubs and things, and obviously people are getting their tattoos for their sexy accessories. But yeah.
Oh, I bet she's excited.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's building up.
Hopefully. We are almost done with this young lady. And we're just putting on a combination of colors for her.
A lot of times you let people pick their colors. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful.
That looks nice. You're very welcome.
And something called tat off will get, you know how the airbrush, you clean it up a lot too.
Yeah, we do have a solution that's specifically designed for...
Can do me.
Sure, great, Jeannie. That's specifically designed for removing this kind of solution, the ink that we use. Now, what color would you like?
Oh, I like purple and purple.
Purple,
Just
you'd
purple's
like
good.
purple. Okay, we can do purple, not a problem. I don't like to put on one color. I think we'll jazz it up for you a little
Surprise
bit. I'll just
me.
take a
Surprise me.
yeah.
Show me what you got.
I'll let the artist decide what to do with you.
It tickles.
Yeah, it goes on very gently.
Nice.
It's actually funny in the hot weather. Kids love to get these tattoos because they cool them down. I really like that. And they're very fast, very, very fast.
It's very important to a child, but even to an adult. So do a good job.
No problem, no problem. We keep a standard of our tattoos, even when
I
we're
see
demonstrating.
the quality. It was
Absolutely.
amazing. So these last up to 2 weeks.
Yep, they last up to 2 weeks with minimal care.
What kind of care?
Basically, you just want to be gentle with the tattoos in the shower. You don't want to scrub your tattoo when you are showering, and be
Okay.
gentle with your
You have
toweling as
somebody
well.
else? Nice.
Come on over, my friend.
Yeah, we want to take
Woolly
care of
mammoth.
it.
Where are you going to have that? Okay. What made you pick this tattoo, by the way?
I don't know. I don't know.
You like
I just decided to get this one.
beautiful. Good choice. It's fun. That's why.
Wow, he does the edges of it. Do you see that?
Actually, this is a really popular tattoo. A lot of our small dinosaurs and things like that are really popular with teenagers who might not typically get one. they like the idea of getting something cute that they can talk about amongst themselves, and I'm sure this guy is not looking for cute, but
No.
that's okay.
Yeah, very nice. And these stencils you can use over and over.
Over and over. You're welcome, sir.
Wow, nice.
We've used them literally hundreds
And who's
of times.
next? Do we have
Any
more?
stencil. So again, just trying to
Okay.
demonstrate how quickly we can run through people, and
Yep.
everyone can have a chance to really experience this at an event, a birthday party, or a fundraiser.
Yeah.
It's a very practical service. It's fun. Have any color that you like.
Yeah,
So
you're so flexible with it. We have some more people from our audience that wants another
Great.
tattoo.
Great,
We aim
great.
to please. Kamara, you're going to do an ankle.
Okay, come on
So-
over here.
Come on up.
This is going to be a little bit awkward for you. Is there any way you can get your ankle up here for me? Good job. You're flexible. And just want to put this back on.
Here, we have a little,
Technical difficulty. Thank you.
okay, there you go.
So we obviously have a real tattoo enthusiast here. She's now back for her second tattoo.
The
and,
Mad Tatter's happy about that.
Absolutely.
He's a happy Mad Tatter.
That's right. That's right.
So, and you don't even need permission from your mom
No.
to have this. She'll be happy about that.
We, you know, at the cart, we do encourage children to at least call their parents or text them just to be aware that they're putting something on their body. Some parents still may have an issue with anything going on in their children's body, and we respect that. However, for safety purposes, there's nothing here that would prevent a child from doing it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank
All right.
you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Come on up. We have another
All right.
one. This looks like it's going to
do
be
the,
a leg or an
yeah, I was
armband.
gonna do the
Okay.
leg if that works.
Sure. let's
She's
do
flexible.
that.
She
Yeah.
looks
Yeah,
flexible.
Right. We'll try.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was going to do like a red and yellow or whatever would work. like two different
Okay.
colors.
Oh, that would
Sure.
be nice.
Yeah, I thought that might be cool.
Absolutely. We've got about, I'd say probably 1,000 different stencil designs to choose from that we offer at any given event or at Faneuil Hall. So it's rare that someone comes and can't find something that they'd really like.
You can't really make a mistake. See, you're just so creative, and it's like
Thank you very
pleasing
much.
everyone.
It's-
You just,
I would say it's a little bit. I would love to take all the credit for it, but it's a little bit in the system and in the technology. It's as you say, it's hard to make a mistake with this type of thing. So usually people are leaving very happy.
well, your mom must be very proud of you.
My mom is proud, and she loves these tattoos. By the way, my grandmother also,
Oh,
is 88 years old, and she loves these tattoos as well. And they're neat. We can always find something that even they will enjoy, and then they get to take it off. It's really fun.
I think, you know, that you mentioned that you actually have done a dog.
We did tattoo
Someone-
a dog. It was a fan of the Patriots, and they wanted one of the Patriots players' numbers tattooed on the dog. It was a small bulldog, really cool looking. So we did a tattoo on it.
Right, that's fun to
Yeah.
do, you know.
Dog seemed to like it.
I'll have to have you do Lola.
And there we go.
Very nice. That is nice.
Okay, do we have one
So-
more? One last one.
I'm gonna get this on my back.
You're gonna have it on your back. Okay. It's nice because we really can put these tattoos almost anywhere anybody would like. All of our artists are very experienced, so they've dealt with putting hundreds of tattoos on hundreds of people at lots and lots of events. Just put your head up if you could for me so that you keep it nice and natural. There you go. This tattoo here is usually done in just a traditional black color, which is what I'll do today. A lot of people really enjoy just the black tattoo. They feel it looks maybe the most
Maybe if you
realistic.
put your arm down just a little, the viewers can see.
Sure, I'm sorry.
But, yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. It was interesting when you asked about some of the reasons why people do tattoos. We've been hired on by just lots of different organizations for the purpose of doing their logo, just specifically doing their logo at a different event or what have you. And it's a really, as I was saying earlier, it's a great way to tie people into that specific event and then also advertise.
Do you
for
have
up
the
to 2
artistic
weeks.
hand to do a do you do it yourself, the stencil?
We don't actually make the stencils ourselves. We hire out to an organization I've been working with for several years, and they do really great looking professional stencils that will just last for years and years and years. So it's a great useful tool for anybody who's looking to market their business or market their cause.
There we go.
Thank you.
Switched cameras.
And we're almost done with this young lady. I'm just taking a little bit of extra time just to get a
show.
clear view of how we do that.
Nice. Very nice. Wow.
Great.
Beautiful. Let it dry.
You're
and
welcome.
we dry in just a few minutes. Thank you, Kimara.
That's my pleasure.
You did a great job for us. Thank you.
Thanks very much. My pleasure, Jeannie. Thank you.
You're welcome. So how do you think that went? I think you brought smiles to their faces.
Yeah, they seem to be excited.
Oh my
They seem
gosh.
to like it. Yeah.
Wow, it's addicting. It's
Yeah.
addicting. I mean, I noticed that it's hard for someone to choose, even though it's temporary. It's still going on them, and where they want to put it, what colors. I mean, because you said that you can do all colors. It doesn't
Right.
have to be just black.
Right.
So I noticed that, you know, that's a huge decision, even though it's temporary. My gosh.
Yeah, it's amazing how long some people will take to choose to put this on. It's only going to last 5 or 10 days, up to 2 weeks perhaps, but it's a personal thing, and people really care about what they want to wear. As I say, it's very much a fashion accessory, and those who have already taken advantage of tattoos certainly represent that. They take sometimes a half an hour to decide on a tattoo, and that's great. That's great. We want them to get what they love.
So we mentioned before we did the demonstration, you mentioned that you're in Faneuil Hall, but then you also do parties and other events so people can get in touch with you, can bring you into their world.
Absolutely. A big portion of our business is private events. Some of the main areas of private events would be birthday parties, bar mitzvahs. We do a lot of corporate events as well. Some fundraisers and charities as well that we're associated with, and always looking for more.
Beautiful
Yeah.
about fundraisers and charities.
It's great.
really.
You know, one of the unique things about these tattoos is it's fairly easy for us to create a stencil of a specific logo. We can virtually create what anyone would want to put on their
Wow.
body. So with some of the corporate events that we do or some of the charities that we do, we'll actually create a stencil for the organization and then put it on the guests at the event. It ties everyone into the event.
Right,
It
and it's
provides a lot of
promotion
morale.
for the business, too, for the event, for the fundraiser. It's a walking. It's like a walking billboard. for
You're a
them.
human billboard. That's
Oh my
right.
gosh.
Yeah, that's
And
how I
they
used
didn't
to
even know
advertise
it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of history behind tattoos that we mentioned in the beginning of the show, and I know that there are some that pertain to why people don't get them. And what would that be for?
Well, one of the basic things is that it's against the religion of many people. One of the areas that we service quite a bit is bar mitzvahs. And of course, Jewish individuals cannot have a tattoo on their body or else they're not able to be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Really?
Yeah, that's the case.
Wow.
Well, airbrush tattoos provide a great option for them, and they really love it. They
So it
really
gets it
love
out of their system. that
Absolutely.
They
'cause
want what they can't have.
Sure. Everybody would like to have that, especially as you say, if you can't. So when we do bar mitzvahs, it's never just the kids. It's always the adults and the
They've been craving
grandmother,
them.
and yeah, they all really love it. And so it's great for different religions or different groups that cannot have a tattoo. We're able to offer them an option. It's temporary, it's painless, and you know they seem to love it. Yeah.
What's funny is that I think kids might be a little nervous sometimes, and because they're thinking it's going to hurt, right? Because they think it's going to be real, but your personality must ease them and, you know, makes them feel more comfortable.
Well, thank you
right?
for that.
Yeah.
Thanks. You know, I try to get into kids' worlds. That's just something that I have had since I was a young child myself. I always, you know, really enjoyed younger children. So, yeah, I take a lot of pains to really make children feel comfortable. I've got a really good routine to make them comfortable with the machine, because it is reminiscent of a real tattoo machine. And you're right, they can get a little bit nervous.
So you have to be an entertainer and a therapist.
Yeah. You do to some degree, and you also have to be really patient and have almost no boundaries whatsoever, because when you're doing a private event, the kids just come right in and they're crowding.
It's like bees to honey.
On you. Yeah.
You're the honey.
Sure. So I've had events where kids are literally crawling on my shoulders and my back just to get a look at what's happening, and that's great. We wouldn't have it any other way.
You like the attention too.
Sure,
Who doesn't?
why not? Sure, why not? From such great people, you know, special little kids. It's wonderful.
That is great.
Wonderful.
So what else? What is your next? I mean, I have a feeling that you're just continuing to grow. Where do you see yourself, and what will you be doing in the next year?
Right now, we've just brought on a marketing person, and we're looking to expand the business.
I think someone's
considerable
calling
ways.
you now to book an event.
It could be an event booking. Excuse me for that. And we've decided to expand the business, and we're looking to grow the private end portion of the business. So reaching out to more families who would like to enjoy this in their homes at an affordable cost, and looking for something new to entertain their children with. Everyone's done the clowns and the face painters and that kind of thing, because it's been around for so long. This is something that's brand new and really brings a new freshness to a birthday event or some kind of special event. So we're looking to expand that, reach into more homes, and get out there and be more active with people.
What about competition? I mean, this is something that, you know, people, you're very creative, and you have a business mind. And there's competition, but there's also, you know, you can't be afraid of competition. It's about your service and what you provide, and your personality, and everything that goes with it. You're very giving with your, you know, with your business, and offering yourself to fundraisers and events and traveling and all of that.
Sure,
so
sure.
that's good.
Thank you. You know, anytime you get involved in something that's you're lucky enough to be involved in a work area, career that is also tied into what you're personally gifted with and what you're personally about as a person, then I think that you're going to have success. You know,
it's why you've been around for so long.
I think so.
I mean, you've had trial and error, and it only made you stronger.
Sure.
And you have a great reputation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
thank you for joining us on the set. Our show is about bringing Hollywood to real life, and that's why we're here for you, to bring the Mad Tatter to you. Thank you, Kimara.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, okay. So we'll see you next time on the set with Jeannie Marie D'Amico.